quality of space they occupy during the day in child care programs. She stands for the highest standards of excellence in this endeavor. She teaches child care programs not to settle for less, and she gets people to invest in the vision. Please welcome our friend and colleague, Program Manager of the Children's Investment Fund at CDAC, Ms. Maud Clardy.
Scissors. Thank you very much. In Boston, in Boston and across the country, educators, health professionals, and funders are starting to work together to get children outdoors and into nature in a movement that's called Leave No Child Inside. And these efforts grew out of concern about children's health, a growing emphasis on academic lessons beginning in early childhood, and a sense that today's children miss the essential contact with nature that we earlier generations took for granted. This grassroots movement, and the pun is intended, works to reconnect children to nature and free play out of doors. With the development of its outdoor classroom, the Spark Center is leading the way for Boston area programs. As Martha said, the mission of my organization is to improve indoor and outdoor learning environments in early childhood programs and after-school programs across the Commonwealth. A couple of years ago, we began to follow research on the impact of natural environments on children's health and well-being. We found out that the research shows that children are more active for longer periods in a natural space than in a traditional playground. And that has a positive impact on health, fitness, and coordination. We learned that exposure to natural environments improves children's cognitive development and helps them develop observation skills and creativity. There's even evidence that playing in green space has a positive impact on children's behavior and helps them deal with stress and adversity. We wanted very much to offer those benefits to young children in low-income urban neighborhoods around Boston. So last year, we offered a competitive grant program to fund the development of natural play spaces in a few Boston preschools. We know that urban communities often don't have the same opportunities to build this kind of playground as their suburban counterparts. And yet we believe it's the children from these communities who will likely benefit the most from access to natural play space. Well, it turned out that the staff at Spark had also seen the research, and they had a vision for an outdoor classroom here. Their playground committee just needed the funding and the right team to make it happen. So the fund gave Spark one of 4 natural playground grants that we awarded last year and helped them assemble a talented and experienced team. Tamar Weinberg and Steve Mitchner, architects from Studio G, Holly Ben Joseph, a landscape architect, and Paul McKechnie, an experienced and careful contractor. The City of Boston approved the use of the land, the Public Health Commission supported the plan, and other donors joined us in supporting the project. And so as a result, Spark has created this beautiful and tranquil place that we're in today. They transformed a weedy, trash-strewn patch of ground into what we see today, a place of great natural beauty where some of Boston's most vulnerable children can begin to heal, and where children requiring medically specialized care can play with natural materials. It was designed with all the basic elements: sand, water, dirt, boulders, logs, and lots of room to move around. But as you go up there, you'll see there's also a playhouse, there's the stage, there's an area for riding toys, a hammock, and a balance beam, all built around the existing garden. They selected plants for seasonal color, scent, and texture. And this play space is accessible to children of all abilities. If we notice the path up the hill, yes, it draws us into the space, that it also meanders around to create a slope that meets accessibility requirements, so it works for children in wheelchairs or using walkers. When you visit the fort or playhouse up at the top, note that the side entrance was designed as a transfer station for a child using a wheelchair. Everyone took very special care here to build a space that's suitable for all the age groups who come to the Spark Center, from young infants to young adults. And with this space, Spark created a safe and supportive environment for children's play. They consulted with experts on the impact of play on children's development. Susan Lynn of the Campaign for a Commercial-Free Childhood, Diane Levin from Wheelock College, and David Elkine from Tufts University. They wanted to create a setting for unstructured play, that rich, unhurried, child-centered kind of play that stimulates a child's senses. That kind of multi-sensory exploration is how young children learn best, amid the warm relationships with the teachers and the therapists here at Spark who support and expand that learning. Now, Spark's able to offer a daily rhythm and repeated exposure to the outdoors. As a program affiliated with Boston Medical Center, Spark knows that the correct dosage is important. If occasional nature play is good, then repeated exposure in the right environment is even better. Children at Spark now have daily access to nature play. It's a wonderful learning environment, but it's also a healing place for the children living in this space every day. And one of the greatest things about Spark is that they're willing to share this vision and to share their beautiful new space. From the very beginning of the project, Martha Bibbert, Barbara Arment, Laura Mitchell, and Barbara Farrell discussed using the outdoor classroom as a place to train and inspire teachers in other urban programs. This past weekend, 60 members of the Mattapan Food and Fitness Coalition visited the playground as part of their Moving for Life Festival. Today we're going to cut the ribbon for the official opening, and tomorrow Spark will offer its first training to 40 early childhood professionals right here in the outdoor classroom. So we all know that children's health is the important work of the Boston Medical Center and Spark. But pediatricians and physicians across the country are starting to get involved also in exposing children to nature and free play. 2 years ago, the American Academy of Pediatrics launched a program called Prescribing Nature in response to alarming increase in childhood obesity, asthma, hypertension, and type 2 diabetes among very young children. As a result, some pediatricians have begun to prescribe an hour of outdoor activity every day for their preschool and school-age patients. Now that might work for children in the suburbs or rural areas, but many urban children don't have backyards. And in some neighborhoods, their parents are justifiably reluctant to take them out to a local park. We need to find other ways to give these children their daily dose of nature. Greening the outdoor space at their preschool, their school, or their after-school program is a promising strategy if we all pool our resources to make it happen. The poet Maya Angelou once said, "Everyone needs a place that is furnished with hope." Today, we gather to celebrate the work of a visionary group at Spark and their work to make this dream come true. But this lovely place that's furnished with grass and flowers, bird song and breezes, is also furnished with hope. Thank you so much.